Hello, welcome to the Hero Tracker. If you've not been to one of these videos before, you're new to the channel, you haven't seen it, this is a series that I do every month when the new Legendary and Mythic banners drop to let you know which heroes are coming back when. In essence, I track all of this nonsense in the notes so that you don't have to, and I update you monthly. And we do have some changes this month, so we're going to go over those as well. You may also notice a particular icon askew. That's weird. I'll explain that too. So if you're down for this, be sure to subscribe and come back. We do these every month. We also do a lot of other Heroes content as well, so if you want to come back and check that out, subscribing, ringing the bell, little sound bars on it, whatever, I don't know. It's the only way YouTube will notify you. It's YouTube. I don't know what to say. Also, leave a like if you like it, because I find those might be helpful. I'm not sure how YouTube metrics work. Anyway, that out of the way, let's get into this, shall we? So, let's take a look at July. Nothing changed. Nothing changed in July. Hooray. Ike is coming back, Altina's coming back, Roy is coming back. That is your red slot totality. There's no more red heroes coming back, which means Lysithea will not be there. What could that mean? We've also got Fjorm and Tiki in blue, Thracier and Edelgard in green, and then Air representing colorless. That's it. So blue, green, and colorless are all open, and those will be coming back in late July. Now you might be wondering, why is Sothis just hanging out between July and August? It's a good question. And honestly, I debated putting her somewhere else. You're curious as to why she's not in the August slot, probably, because if you looked at the notes, it said early August. Early August. Early August. Everybody else is coming back late August. And I double checked because I went back in the notes. I scrolled through a lot of notes. They are coming back late August. Not early August. Late August. So Sothis is by her lonesome in early August. I wonder what that means. There's a handful of things that are coming in August. I think most notably is the Brave Houses banner for the Choose Your Legends, which is all 3 houses. That will likely be early August, as we have this kind of shift after summer, where new hero banners start more towards the beginning-ish again. So I think more than likely we're going to have some kind of 3 houses tie-in happen, and Sothis is likely going to be on a banner. Because notes, it doesn't say when they'll be available on the next Legendary and Mythic banners. It just notes when they will be available again, or the soonest they'll be available again. So, I mean, it's not unheard of. Peony and Mirabellis were both on normal banners before they got entered into the pool. I guess in theory they could take them out of the Legendary Mythic pool and put them in a normal banner once or twice. And I think that's more than likely what we're going to see happen here with Sothis. So I would be on the lookout for some kind of 3 houses stuff going on early August. Maybe it doesn't necessarily tie into the Brave banner, but there's definitely something going on. And that would kind of also correlate to the anniversary of 3 houses as well. It came out late July last year, so they might be doing something early August for it. We'll have to wait and see what the calendar says this month for July, because I believe that it should have, if it's before the 10th anyway, it should be on the next calendar that we get in the next week or so. So, Sothis is coming back early August. She's on the current banner. which is super duper soon. So I can only assume that means we're having some kind of Three Houses banner that will be happening, and so this will be a part of it. Weird, right? I know. But it's not getting past me. I pay diligent attention to all of these things. I cannot be got. Do you understand? Do you hear me? All right. So this early August. Great. Late August. Let's talk late August. Why not? So we've got Erica and Reed coming back for red. So red is technically open. We've also got Naga and Julia in blue, Hector and Gunthra in green, and then Bramimond and Mila, which will be her first time back, in colorless. I do very much love when you've got symmetry. And this is one of those, right? We have 2 of every color. Hooray! It's beautiful and perfect, and I'm sure that it'll be messed up some point, sometime in the future. But for right now, we have even distribution across all colored stones and represented heroes for August. So could be anybody. Yikes. September. This is the one you're probably wondering about. Seliph is coming back. Hooray! Which is not terribly far away? Question mark. It's not very long. It is, I think, what we consider now the minimum amount of time for them to come back, rather than the latest amount of time. Bramimond got shot out like 5 months ahead, and for his rerun, which I think August might be Bramimond's first rerun as well, which is bizarre. But Seliph here, he is coming back in September, which is a far cry sooner than some other heroes that we've had. So he's maybe kind of getting the Edelgard treatment where he comes back a little bit sooner. And he is joined by Leaf in red. And then we have Ephraim and Lucina in blue. We've also got Silica and Yoon in green. And then Leaf. Oh god, there's 2 Leafs on this banner. Oh no. Oh no, how will we differentiate? And also Duma in colorless. And this is kind of nice too, because we also have even pairings of colors, which is very nice. Not so much for the prediction factor, because that leaves things super duper open, and makes my life a little bit harder when trying to predict these things. But that's okay. October, we're looking at red full. Closed doors, no more reds available. Ryoma, Marth, and Mirabellis are filling those slots. Blue, Chrom is coming back, so if you haven't gotten Chrom yet, you're probably going to want to get him now, because he will not be back until October, which, again, not that far away, but still kind of far away. So Chrom is the only rep we have in blue currently. Green, we don't have any. Keep an eye out for green. I mean, there is a chance that we could see either Thracier or Edelgard come back in October. There is a decent chance that we have a green unit in July that could come back in October, something along those lines. Because once we get to this bottom row down here, that's when we're kind of in the area of, oh, we're likely to see some people repeat, or some units rather repeat. They aren't real. They're just PNG files. They're not real, Brian. So some people from July, some people from August, they could probably come back in October, November, December at the earliest, more than likely. So there's that. And so we've also got Robin and Alm in colorless. Almost even, but not really at all. November, Elwood. He's back. He kind of got shifted. He was actually supposed to be in September, and actually Alm was supposed to be in, I think, November, and now he's in October. Duh, that's what it is. Alm was supposed to be in November, but he's back in October. Similarly, Elwood got shifted around a little bit, was supposed to be in September, now he's in November, and I know what you're thinking, like, oh, does that mean we have a red unit happening in September? Maybe. It's possible. The only reason why I put a little asterisk by that is because Seliph is coming back in September. So maybe he was just exchanging places for Seliph. Because in November, Seliph probably would have been the maximum amount of time for him to make a return. Maybe they decided to put him there sooner. I don't know. Maybe they shifted Elwood because they're like, hey, we have a red hero planned for September. Let's bump him. Which, as an Elwood fan, I'm offended, but it's fine. We deal with these things. But tentatively, I'm kind of thinking before I look at everything else that's happened, because it hasn't happened yet, obviously. Probably more than likely it's just because Seliph is coming back, and they weren't sure 6 months ago when they put Elwood there. So, just an assumption on my part. I think that's probably just because Seliph is there. So, November, we've got Elwood in red, we have Azura in blue, we have Lynn in green, and nobody else, which is not too surprising because colorless is kind of hard to come by sometimes, and this is one of those times. So, we will probably see Air show back up in November. We will probably see Bramimond or Mila show back up in November. I would be surprised if they didn't, but keep an eye on that. Could be colorless unit that month. Who knows? December, Peony. That's it. So, my advice, if you want Peony now, get Peony now, because she's not coming back until literally the end of the year. That is a late December that we're talking, folks, and it's just now June. So she got spread out way far. She is 6 months out, which I think is probably the maximum. I've talked about this before, but we're kind of getting to this stage where most of the time these heroes are going to see a banner maybe twice a year at this point. Twice a year minimum, probably 3 times a year maximum. So things are getting dicey in essence. They are also bringing back Forging Bonds banners and events as well. Those rerun events. We just saw one, or will see one. Just saw one. We saw one actually with 3 houses, but we will see one with Duo Ephraim. That one's coming, I think, in July, if I'm not mistaken. There should be odd-numbered months. I think that's how they're going to try and rerun normal 5-star locked heroes that normally would appear on these. Because you can see, we're getting pretty congested, and we're adding a new hero every month as well. So it's only gonna get worse, essentially. So if you want somebody, make sure you get them sooner rather than later. We are approaching, I think, probably the state where they're going to have to figure out what to do with some of the older generation legendary units. Mythic Heroes not too far behind them, but yeah, they are about a year apart. But I think they're going to have to figure out what to do as far as reruns of them go. Similar to the Book 1 units, I don't know if they'll just have like revival banners for those guys, but I think the time for that conversation is approaching. Yikes. Things are always changing and moving, right? But that's why I keep track of this, so you don't have to. In case you missed it, I don't think I mentioned it, but July should be a Mythic hero. August should be a Legendary hero. September, again, we should be looking at a Mythic hero. October should be a Legendary hero. November, Mythic. December, Legendary. So that's kind of keeping in pace with books and all of those things. If you ever need a handy reminder, just know odd-numbered months, Mythic. Even-numbered months, Legendary. Unless you're Sothis and you come back early August. We don't know. We don't know what that's about. But that is it for this hero tracker, and I got it in under 15 seconds. Thank you so much for watching. 15 seconds? 15 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. It is super early. I'm recording at 6 a.m., so this gets out to you on time because I have an early morning work call. Yay, those are fun. But that is it for right now. Let me know in the comments who you guys are most excited for to see returning and when they're coming back. Yikes. But that is it for now. Remember to subscribe if you want to come back and catch more of the content that I do over here in my little corner of the internet. And until then, I will catch you next time.